multi-ball magic, the stories that it tells. From the classic wooden cabinets to the digital spells, every play's a new adventure. Breaks you from your shells. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the show's about to start. Talking pixels, flippers, and the tech that stole our heart. From the joystick to the headset, come on and play your part. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. A brand new world to charge. Now we're strapping on the goggles. Worlds are virtual and bright. Stepping into new dimensions, bathed in neon light. The future's here, it's crystal clear, and everything feels right. Connecting past and present.
Welcome to Hangin' Out. Let's do this.
The night.
Hey, we made it finally.
Welcome everybody.
Yeah, pretty good crowd already. I see Mike's here, Phil's here, Kaos is here, Kelly's here, Megan's here. I think she's still here. She said she might have to step out. She was here early.
Oh,
Yeah, need a new producer. I should turn this. I'm gonna turn my camera, and Poe knows why. Since I saw Mike in here, he said instead of hanging out, we should change the name to Waiting For. They're waiting for us. But yeah, that's my fault because once again, this dang computer. I'm leaving this on the screen here so y'all can see if this thing blue screens or not at the end before the end of the show. Oh, Megan's still here. Hey, Gideon's here too. Yeah, I redid some drivers on my PC. I did some updating and all that stuff, and then I connected to Restream the other day, and I watched the Creeper on. He was live, so I sat out here for over half an hour watching his live show, freezing. It was cold that day, and left it all connected. Not a hitch. I came in here, fired everything up tonight. Before Poe could even get here, I blue screened out. So I'm on my laptop with the good camera though. So, and out here instead of in the house. So I don't know what's going on. It might be time to, I got to do some deep diving in that thing and figure it out. But anyway, so, how you doing, Poe? Are you thawing out at all yet?
Let's see. It's 29 in here right now, which is good because when we first joined up here a few minutes ago, it was 27. So the heater must be doing its job.
Yeah, you don't want to know what it is in here because I'm wearing my shirt sleeves and matter of fact, I thought about you on my way home today when I turned the air conditioner on in the car.
Mine's been flying on high the entire way from here to work. So
yeah, I mean, it only got up to like 65, which I know I shouldn't say anything about only 65 when people are below zero and stuff all over the place. But it's not like super hot, but it was full sun. The vehicle's black. So I got in the car after work and it's like 9,000 degrees in there. But
yesterday I got up for work. I think it was negative 16. So today was a little better. I think it was 3 today. So
wow,
ready for shorts. But we did get up to about 18 degrees at the end of the workday today. So
oh wow, yeah, it's 68 in here right now, and yeah, no heater was needed because it sat in the sun all day. So, but Kaos will be back in about an hour from now when we warm up. That's about right. That's about right. And did I say, yeah, Megan is still here. Jay Joker's here. I almost didn't see that.
Hey,
sorry. It started to fly off the top of the screen. Kelly said Poe isn't frozen. He was in our thumbnail for today's show, except I have a bald head with snow on it. So Kelly pointed out that your character had more snow on your head than I did. I said, that's because I don't have a hat and it was melting.
Yeah.
Let's see. PJ says 16 degrees in north central West Virginia currently.
They got hit down there, huh?
Oh, man. I was
looking at Myrtle Beach got hit.
Yeah, the snow in Myrtle Beach. Jason sent a Snapchat with the temperature thing on there earlier. It was 28 degrees. 28. He lives in Central Florida. So, and then he sent, I got a Snapchat from him just before we came on the thing here live, and he took a picture of some of his plants, and he said, yeah, goodbye, Florida plants. It got too cold.
Yeah, so, one of my coworkers is heading down to Florida Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think. He thought he was going to get out of the cold. I'm not sure which part he's going to down there, but
yeah, it was pretty cold all the way south. I saw geez, I can't remember what town it was. It wasn't Miami, wasn't, but it was 30 degrees somewhere between even Orlando and Miami. It was at 30 degrees. It's like, that's pretty far south for temp. But this last blast, it's kind of weird the way the east half of the country is getting frozen, especially really far south and all that. And from about us, and then that sweeping arc from us over to the west, it's all warmer than normal. So it's crazy. We went from the deep freeze last night for Texas, Texas deep freeze, to, like I said, it's supposed to be 70 here tomorrow. So it's what the
nice.
Heck? Yeah, let's see. Gideon says it's currently 28.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
So I'm beating him, and right now it's 29 in here, so I'm doing good.
Nice. Bliss his son got 5 inches in northeast Georgia.
Yeah, I heard Georgia got hit. Yeah.
Hey, there's Shelby. Supposed to be working. Snow is still outside since the start of the year. Yeah, I would imagine once it snows over there, it probably sticks around for a while. Our snow lasted, I think, 2 days for most of it. And then we started getting the full Sundays. And Kelly commented, was that this morning? I think we drove under the overpass to get to work. And there's like one little patch, like 2 feet by 5 feet of snow still. I'm like, break out the skis. We go skiing down that road. But for us, the bigger problem is the mud. Once the snow melted, Shelby was going to try to drive into town, and she got about 15 feet from where she was parked and got stuck in our driveway. So I had to get her out. Oh, Shelby's on lunch, she says. She's on lunch. She's working that evening shift, so.
Oh, I remember the old evening shift. And the midnight shift back in the day. Yeah,
she'll get off at like midnight, 1 o'clock, something like that. I don't know because I'm in bed. She's getting home from work, and we're just about to get up to go to work. Now Joker says 30 degrees there, veritable heat wave.
The heat wave.
Yeah. So that's the weather update from here.
Yeah, so it's been not too much fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Gideon says, you're on lunch, Shelby. Meanwhile, I'm on bed at 1:14 a.m. in pitch dark watching this. Yeah. Shelby goes in at like 2 o'clock, I think. But I don't know. It sounds like I don't know shit about when Shelby works, because sometimes she'll be like, I'm going in at 11 today. And then she'll work till like 10 at night or something. But yeah.
She's had biscuits and gravy. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Look at Phil's throwing out some inside information there. You guys will be in Retro Bliss Rewind on Tuesday. That is correct.
Yes.
Poe and I will both be on the Retro Bliss Rewind Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. with Glenn, right?
Glenn from Thunderstick Studios.
Right.
That's right.
That's going to be a interesting show.
Yeah, definitely love the stuff. Whoops, spoiler. I didn't spend hundreds and hundreds on things from there.
Yeah. Yeah. I've bought a couple of products from Glenn, and I'm very happy with them. And I've never actually spoken to the man, so that'll be cool. So
yeah, no, I've never talked to him face to face. I think he probably showed up in both of our comments section at one time or another when we were doing our Viper type stuff.
Yeah.
And I've watched his show on Friday nights here and there.
Yeah, it'll be good. Should be fun. So me, you, Glenn, and I'm guessing probably Phil and Mike will be there. I'm thinking.
Yeah. Unless they saw we were here and they all decided they were just not going to be there.
Yeah. But should be fun.
I did get Bliss's link earlier in the week, and it was funny because I'm reading his email from it, and I'm thinking it's just a form email he sends out to all guests, but it's on there. This is a PG show.
Yeah. When Phil had me call today to ask if I wanted to be on the show and all that, he said, try to do my best to keep you under control. I said, that ain't happening.
I'm a good boy.
Yeah. No, we were, Phil and I were talking about the show and keeping it clean and all that, like he does for his show and all that.
Right.
And then his wife is in the background trying to turn up the heat right over the phone call. And we're like, what's going on here? We're being Have, and she's instigating. But yeah. So he says, Phil and Mike and probably Brian also. Well, that's cool. I've never actually talked to Brian before directly. So that's neat.
I was going to say I met Brian more than them, but no, I've met Phil and Brian both twice now. So I haven't met Mike in person, though.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Kelly and I we're looking into the possibility of trying to go to Portland in the fall. But there's a lot of things up in the air that'll have to happen for that to happen. But we would like to. I just want to go in there and meet some of the guys and then have Kelly in the bushes outside. And then whenever Casey comes out with his bucket loads of stuff he buys, Kelly can distract him and I'll take his wagon. Because Casey spent some money there.
But then you grab the wrong one and you take it back and you open it and it's got the ball gag and the leather suit.
Right.
Got his luggage.
Wrong suitcase. Yeah. But I've never been to any of those. I mean, you go to the Pittsburgh show all the time, but I've never been to any of those things. So that would be fun.
PG party.
Yeah, that's true. Rhonda said if we don't keep it PG, then she'll cut him off. Kelly's down. Steal the wagon. Casey's not here, so we can say whatever we want. Tracy, the television guy, is good people. That's right. He is all right.
Won't you be the guest of honor at the party in my pants? Do you remember that one? They used to play that on the radio here. It was supposed to be Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. It was.
Oh, nice. And for anyone paying attention to the over-under, my computer has not blue screened yet. It only does that when we're trying to go live. But Poe, so you did have a little bit going on this week besides working and freezing and working while you're freezing and freezing while you're working. You got you some mail this week, right?
Yeah. Couple things. Wow, these days are so mashed together. I finally got my Champ Games Present games to Ruby Q and Chaotic Grill. So I'm looking forward to trying those. And then I got my Atari Game Station Go. I remembered to bring it out here. And so I haven't got to mess with it too much. I need to get an SD card set up, get some ROMs on the thing. But so far, so good. I went through just some of the games that are built in. It has 200 plus games. I mean, those aren't all Atari, but you have some 2,600 games, 5,200 games, 7,800 games, and then they throw some other ones on there like Pico and a few other things. What's the other one I'm trying to think? I can't remember right now. Jellico. But with the emulators on here, you can throw a ton of other stuff on. You can put your Sega Master System, Genesis, Sega CD, NES, Super NES, all those games on there, TurboGrafx. So you can really load it up, main, if you really wanted to. I was trying to be good and not do that because I do that with everything that I get. And then it's the same deal. You get a chance to play, and it's like, I got 12,000 games on here. What do I want to play? And then you finally just put it down and go to bed.
Right.
But it's cool. It also has the recharge, some of the recharge games on there. But what's nice is now that this has the trackball on it, some of those recharge games you'll be able to use that with. I normally play the recharge games either on my Switch or my PS5, so now you got a trackball for Missile Command and things like that. And you got a spinner. Whoops, wrong side. Spinner at the top. So, and you can set up any Atari 2600 games you put in there. You make a folder, 2600 paddle games, put them in there, and then the spinner will work for those games too. So we'll look into it, see. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I've seen other people say that it's not so great hooked to your TV because you can't hook it to your TV. I didn't buy an extra controller for it yet. You can do that. It also has the spinner and the trackball and everything on it, and hook it up to your TV. So I'll probably give that a try at some point. See what it's like.
Nice. And I'm going to scroll back up here a little bit because I don't want to skip this stuff because you had mentioned this too. PJ says, Poe, we need to check out the Church Arcade in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody's been telling me about it. Somebody told me about it originally in November. I think a coworker, because he knew I liked things like that. And then they were supposed to open up. Was it this week? I think it was this weekend. Actually, I think today they're doing a tournament, a pack tournament or something like that there. So yeah, it's a church. If you're from the area, it's not too far from Kennywood Amusement Park. So it'll have to be something that me and my boy hit up whenever he comes home. Maybe we'll do both things, go to the amusement park and then go and hit up the church. It looks pretty cool. A lot of games set up there.
Yeah, Megan said that's the problem with gaming these days. Every game at your fingertips. Yeah, and then you end up scrolling. Fuck it, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
It's like when I used to collect DVDs and stuff, and I had like 1,200 DVDs, and I'd spend an hour choosing and never watch a movie. So let's see. Bliss says, I heard the recharge games don't play well. Have you tried any of them?
The recharge games? I haven't tried those yet. Sorry, I was reading the chat when you were asking me a question. So I saw some people, there's a few people that were disappointed, said some of the recharge games played maybe a little slower or not as good as they do on your PS5 and stuff like that. So, and you see other people that say they love it. So you never know. Yeah.
PJ says he wished there was an Intellivision hack for it because it has the keypad. Let's see.
Yeah, that's the problem too, because they put this keypad on there, so everybody was expecting, especially since Atari has Intellivision now, that they would do that. I think games that aren't too bad, like Astro Smash, people were playing that on it, but I think they had to take, with the update, they took a few emulators off. I think PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, they took off of there, N64. I don't think the Dreamcast and the N64 were working very well before the update anyway. So,
Yeah. Now I'm doing the same thing. I'm reading through the chat, laughing because at what they're saying. Phil said with that church arcade, you can take communion during the Pac-Man cutscenes.
It looked like the video that I watched looked like they had a confessional there and everything. Could see.
Yeah. Intellivision works, he says. You can put Intellivision on that?
Yes. I heard it's hit or miss depending on the game. So
That's same for all my gameplay. It's hit or miss.
And I did try again. It's I think it's an older version of Stella they used for whatever reason. That's what I heard anyway. So a lot of the Champ Game Presents games did work for me, and most of the Champ games themselves didn't work for me. That I downloaded the demos and tried them out. So, and I don't know somebody like My Arcade if they're going to be doing. They say they're still supporting it, but usually My Arcade is kind of a one and done type of deal with their things that they release, and then they're on to the next thing to try to wow everybody. So hopefully there'll be an update. If not, I'm sure that the community's already working on one. So I haven't really kept up with that much on Atari 8, but I did see that they're working on something over there.
Yeah. Speaking of working on something, I'm going to do this real quick. Normally, if I was a professional, I would turn off my camera so you don't have to look at the side of my head and stuff. But since I'm not getting the blue screen yet, oh man, now I can't find the dang cord. I was going to plug in a different camera and connect to Restream and see if it had something to do with that's causing it.
Oh.
But I took my good camera in here, so I'd have to plug a different camera in over here. Oh, I could plug it in. I know. I can plug it in up here. I have a USB port right here. Like an idiot, I'm trying to crawl to the back. Because I want to get it going before Mike Gaming Gala gets back, because he keeps telling me to get a new computer. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for my new computer. and, buy me a coffee or whatever. Man, that is huge. Did it light up my whole room? Let's see.
Yeah, Phil, I think the problem is not being able to, at least some of the videos I saw, not being able to remap the keys. So maybe that's where the problem comes in. Maybe the keypad is messed up too for that. People were hoping they would come out with a setting so that you could remap, because they're saying NES emulation, the A and B are backwards on it. And there wasn't a way to change that when it first came out. I'm not really seeing a lot of people talk about the thing now that it's been out for a few months, 3 months or so.
Yeah. GB Dreams says, "Hey, what's up?" I wonder if that's what's causing the problem. I connected that camera and it kept kicking it back off, and I was getting an error on the browser. I wonder if it's something to do with my browser is not liking talking to cameras for some reason. Boodoo. So look at here. I can do this now. I can get the side of the head camera. Oh, and it's all echoey. Oh, I can't see all my controls.
Get side head, side boob.
Yeah. Oh, it figured out that it was echoing. It turned the microphone off on it automatically.
Nice.
This is actually my head tracking camera when I do truck stim, because I'm facing this way. But yeah, so I'm not going to leave that camera up, but I'm going to leave it connected just to see if it blue screens me. So let's see. Mike's Gaming Gala. What did you miss? The side of my head and some really bad echoes. Yeah. I missed some of that conversation you guys were having, so I'm not sure.
But Phil, do you have a trackball on your phone? A spinner?
His mom has my phone.
Oh.
GB says, do either of us play Game Boy games?
Well, the person that used to isn't with us anymore on Sunday nights, and that's the Gaming Road Warrior. He's a huge Game Boy fan. My son is a huge Game Boy and Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance fan. And I've dabbled. Like, I had the Game Boy Advance when the kids were really little, and then I ended up handing it off to them. I've never been huge into handhelds, really. I say that, but now I own all these handhelds. So, but you can put those on here, too. All the Game Boy Color games, whatever you want on there. Links, sorry, links.
Nice. Yeah. I've never had a Game Boy. I had other Nintendo products ever since the NES, but I never got a Game Boy. Retro homebrew in general is amazing, says Megan, and Mike says absolutely. Yeah, I'm shocked, as you know. I never really messed with the homebrew scene until I got the Sprint, and then I got that 7800 plus, and I'm like, man, people made some pretty crazy games. There's amazing stuff that people are doing, especially on that old hardware.
Right.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know, Mike has a lot of good review videos on his channel, Mike's Gaming Gala. Link in the description below. And I like those little short mini reviews he does on a lot of those games. So that's quick, because I can take a minute of Mike. Oh man, now he's going to say your mom can take more, but I don't know. No, but check out Mike's channel. He has a lot of good stuff on there about that.
Yeah, if you want to know about the homebrews, check it out.
Yeah, great channel. I'm starting to wonder if my some of my problems isn't the Quest software, because I keep looking up. If you see me look way up here, it's because my monitor that's behind the camera is the one that the other cameras, the other thing in Restream is, and it keeps popping up errors saying it's trying to connect to the Quest. And I don't even have the headset turned on or plugged into the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why it disconnects. It keeps disconnecting the headset and shutting off the camera, and it's doing, I'm taking that Quest software off. I had a problem with that before. Let's see. What did I miss? Mike was like, cool breeze, bro. Megan says, apparently they just achieved ray tracing on the Sega Saturn. Very small room, obviously.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
That's wild.
Let's see. Need to get back to the mini reviews. Yes.
Mini review.
Yeah. Phil's mom says she gives you a mini review every time you drop your pants, Mike. Oh, man. Here we go. Homebrew is great. People ask why bother, but homebrews show what is capable on their respective consoles and makes old guys like me ask, what if these games were out when I was a kid?
Yeah, and homebrew, well, at least before, might be a little different with Sprint and having stuff digital now. But when I first started collecting for these older systems, I'm like, I've seen these homebrew games, and my first thought was wrong. I'm like, I want to collect the original library, the games that I didn't own as a kid that I wanted, and then I'll get the homebrew. And then you find out homebrew, most of the time, once it's gone, it's gone. You can't get it again unless you're going on eBay and spending $500 for the game. So totally turning that attitude around. It's like, I'm going to get the homebrew games first. I can fill in the cheap Atari games some other time.
Right. Yeah, and see, Megan hits it right here. Homebrew pushes past those limits that they were telling us they were pushing back in the day.
Right.
And then Phil gives an honest review about Mike's channel. It's just Thank God Phil's mom has home insurance, considering how many times I've smashed her back door in.
Oh.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. No, we kid because we care. So if we don't make fun of your mom, then we don't like you. Oh man, we just opened a can. It was funny when I was watching Creep the other day, trying to get my computer to blue screen. So what I was trying to do is capture the error and see what is causing it, and it never did. Creep was talking about coming into the show, and he says he'll come in and watch us, but he doesn't participate very often in the chat because he says, man, there's a lot of hilarious mom jokes, and he doesn't know any of us well enough to make fun of our moms. Well, we didn't really either know that we knew each other that well until Phil threw out the 89-cent Slurpees.
Yeah.
Started it
I
all.
was watching Creep again. Oh, what night was it? Friday, I think. He was live again. And then he started whenever he saw I was in the chat, talking me up like he did, and then he was telling everybody to come check us out. He said, that show gets really wild. It gets crazy over there.
Yeah, it was funny the way he was saying it. Yeah, Bliss is having to be behaved today. Ron is here. Yeah, because it cracked me up because I felt a little bit like I was a bad influence because we got to talking about our show and the mom jokes that fly and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, for like the next 5 minutes, Creep was just dropping F-bombs left and right. Just
right.
turned it up to 11 on his own channel. And I was like, that's hilarious. But
I said that like right after I first met him. Well, I didn't meet him, but started talking to him. And I made that comment in one of his videos. I'm like, hey, wait, this isn't the No Swear Gamer. And he's like, no. So you got Rhonda with you, and you're obligated to be on good behavior tonight. Well, I got your mom here, and she wants me to be a bad boy.
GB Dreams is jumping in with Mike's mom has been on more wieners than Heinz ketchup. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh man, now they're down to 25-cent Slurpees. There is a bottom limit for that stuff. Eventually, you just got to say no. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. I have some. I did not do a video for it, but some more. My older style videos when I was more focused on pinball. Zacharia Pinball did release a new pinball pack. I didn't have a chance to download it yet, but one of the gentlemen from Zacharia Pinball contacted me and said, hey, did you see we released a new pack? And I was in the middle of doing stuff, so I didn't get to it yet, but I might be putting out a pinball video this week. I don't know. Depends on if I can keep my computer working.
Right.
But yeah, it's so there is a new Zacharia pinball pack. If you like playing the digital pinball, I don't know offhand. They're generally like $10 for a pack of 4 tables. You'll get it's the same table but 4 different variants of it: the retro, solid state, remake, and a deluxe. I like the remakes a lot and the deluxe tables, but they're pretty cool. But I don't shoot. Let me see. I came prepared. Let me jump on the Discord and find Mart. He is my contact at Zacharia Pinball. Fallen Aces.
Fallen Aces.
So, Fallen Aces. Sounds like maybe it's World War I or II air combat type of thing, maybe. I don't know. That's a guess. I haven't even looked at it. I've been having so many problems with my PC. I haven't been able to Now it's just all mom jokes. Cease fires off. Same joke over and over with. I thought you were a hood kid. What hood? Red Riding? Oh. Phil's mom is so hairy he got rug burn when he was born. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You guys are coming up with some stuff here. Oh man. Yeah. So that's about all the news stuff that I've had happen that I'm aware of. So I don't know. Other than that, we've just been trying to stay out of the mud, which is finally dried up. It's fine. I haven't had to use 4-wheel drive to get out of my house for 3 or 4 days, so that's good. Phil had to go on Maury Povich to find out he wasn't Mike's father.
Did you do a little dance afterwards? I told you! Start dancing around the stage.
Yeah. I still say those, especially with Springer. You can't believe they ever got anyone to go on those shows because really? Your wife says, hey, you want to go on Jerry Springer? It'll be me, you, and your brother. Oh, yeah, this will be a great show. Oh, your dad will be there too. Oh, keep it coming.
I was like, well, we're going to go on there to get married, and there's a giant cake there. You know what's going to happen. Oh, well, I was cheating on you. The girl comes out, and the cake goes in her face, and somebody's on the stripper pole, and 12 old ladies want their Jerry beads.
Yeah, the Jerry beads. That's hilarious. Oh, good time. They don't make television like that anymore.
That could be a part of Retro Bliss Rewind. Someone in the call and say, I'm just here for my Bliss beads. And
right? Bliss a little bit. I'm here for the Bliss beads. Nice. Now, Mike did a good show yesterday. Showed off pretty much the entire library of what you can get on Intellivision Revolution's Rev's page. I think he has 39 games on there now. A good portion of those are free, and most of the rest are $5. And then there's a few $10 and a couple $3, $15 games. And I got most of the way through it, and then all of a sudden I looked down and my phone screen dimmed. You know how that goes. And I'm like, oh, shit. By the time I went out to the car and got a charger cord and then found a place where I could plug it in, I was at 1%. So, yeah. Megan says she's upset. I was in Pennsylvania for an entire month. Could have gone to church and played some video games. Yeah. I'm just relieved to see when I first saw Megan pop up says I'm upset. I was like, oh, is this going to turn into a mom joke too? But no, she kept it on topic. Video games. Yeah. Yeah. I got to drive hours to get to any arcades. So yeah, I don't get to play very often other than in my arcade. And I haven't even been out here other than our show. It's that dang
I went downstairs a couple of days to the game room to watch videos before bed because I normally do that out here, but it's been too cold, so I'm in the game room. But still haven't been messing with anything. It's usually I'm down there for about an hour. And I'm like, well, no sense in recording now. I'm only going to be down here for a little bit. So.
Phil's mom is the only person I know that brings crabs to the beach. Wow. Yeah. I'm gonna shut this computer down. Now I'm just eating battery power. It just dawned on me. As long as I have that on, I'm chewing up my batteries. Yeah, I need to get back out here to the arcade and be able to get back to playing some stuff. But I haven't played in a while. And that is not a blue screen of death. That's just the That's just the monitor saying I'm shutting off. Yeah, because I haven't played pinball. I haven't played arcade, but it's the Sprint. Of course, now I just started doing Kelly and I started doing the 2-Player Tuesday again with last week's show, and we had been doing that the hour leading up to Phil and Mike's show on the Retro Bliss Rewind. But I guess if you and I are going to be on there this Tuesday, I might have to do that show a little earlier so I can get out of there and get onto theirs. So, yeah, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do as far as the setup, because I just don't trust this computer yet. So, but I might be doing this, bring out my laptop and hook it all up and be in here. So, but I would have liked to have had the arcade on when we're talking to Glenn.
Yeah.
See, Megan says they have a few retro arcades in Ohio close to Cincinnati that aren't Dave & Buster's that seem to be doing pretty well. Yeah, Pastimes Arcade.
Oh, yeah, get there.
Got to hit that one, right?
Wow, that was fun. That place is amazing.
Yeah. Bliss is saying at one time there was a cool arcade on Newport on the levee. Unfortunately, it closed. Megan has had one in Sharonville. I haven't been to yet, and I want to go. Yeah, I've seen that Pastimes Arcade a few times. Then that seems like it's worth the trip.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Got a couple of games there anyway, right?
Yeah, just a few.
Just a few. Yeah, that actually, Mike says both you and Mike both have video series on Pastimes. That's actually the first time I started watching Mike on, more than just a clip here or there, or seeing him on the Retro Bliss Rewind, was when he was doing all that pinball stuff.
Yeah.
Pastimes. And I was like, hey, this guy's talking pinball. And then, so then when I found out about all the homebrew stuff later, I was like, yeah, let me get back to Mike, because he seems to know some stuff. Yeah. Dave & Buster's, I've only ever been to the Dave & Buster's in El Paso, and I was not impressed.
All right.
It was very, very loud. I guess it had that going for it. I don't know. It just didn't seem like it had many games that weren't, like skee ball and stuff.
All right.
It was mostly that.
Give me 1 hour. 1 second here. I'll be right back.
All right. Drive your Chevy to the levee, but it was dry, unlike Mike. Nice. Arcade Legacy, Sharonville. Oh, last time Poe had to step away. That's when my computer blue screened on me. So, yeah. And I don't know if Megan's kind of new to the scene. You guys are talking about arcades near you and stuff. I'm 2-hour drive to get to El Paso, and that's the closest place I can go to play any pinball or arcade games or anything like that. So I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, hence having my own stuff, because there's just nothing around here. So you guys talk about going to these arcades and stuff, and I kind of jealous. We just don't have any options here. So, but I like living out here though, because we're out in the middle of nowhere, and I like it that way. But it is inconvenient sometimes. Something's knocking on my trailer. But so what else? What else is going on while Poe's gone? Anything exciting that anyone needs to report on? Because I don't really have any. Yeah, I'm sure there are great arcades. I saw where was that? Over by Dallas, I saw someone open one. I saw that on YouTube, and I saw one, I think, San Antonio, but those are all, Dallas is 8 hours from us, an 8-hour drive. San Antonio, you're talking 5 to 6 hours. Houston's 8 hours. So, yeah, we're kind of being in Texas and as far west as we are. It's kind of, people are like, oh yeah, it's right there in the same state as you. It's like, yeah, but for other people, it's 3 states away. Yeah, it's the ghost, Kelly says, knocking. And Mike says, something's knocking on my trailer. It's Phil's mom. Nice. Yeah, so we're just so far away from anything. The closest decent sized town is Pecos, and that's still over an hour. It's right at about 80 miles to the east of us. They don't have much. I don't know. Watch, they have some huge arcade there, but I don't think they do. So I don't know. I'm trying to think. I checked. I got excited because I think on Mike, on your show yesterday when Rev was there, he said more games to come soon for the sprint. So I got all excited because I feel like I've gone a lot when the 2 days we're working. It seems like I'm away from the computer, so I don't get to check stuff. And I was hoping that I'm still waiting on that Princess Liddy and the Mermaid game. Those are going to be first day purchases for me. I think those games look awesome. And so I'm hoping to get those for the sprint, but he hasn't put them up there yet. So when I got home today, I checked, he still had the 39. So, and I got to go back and rewatch your video from yesterday so I can see, I watched your stream up until my phone died, but that's always up and down, phone calls, customers walking in. So some of that stuff I didn't get to really see very well. But Princess Lady, he specifically said soon. Yeah, that's a cool looking game. That's kind of bubble bobble-ish with a twist. So I like it. I'm looking forward to that one. And I like the concept of the mermaid game. How you start off in the ocean, then you go into the castle, and you got to find kind of randomly with that. So it could be really easy when you get inside the castle. It could take you forever if you go the wrong way. But it's a neat game. So I'm looking forward to those. Yeah, I think not counting now, I know he has $15 games on there that have like 3 different smaller games, but the other ones he has on there that are the $15 games, I think I bought those, all of those. Takes getting used to. Control is slippery like Phil's mom. Which one are you saying is the controls are slippery? Are you talking Princess Liddy, or are you talking about the mermaid? Because I've only watched, you guys play, Casey play, but I've never got a chance to play them. So not that it matters. If I play, it's going to look like bad controls. So, hey, there's Phil, or there's Poe again.
Yeah, sorry about that. But that was Mike's mom. She wanted to know where my razors were. She wanted to get ready for the after show party. Get rid of the mustache before we start making out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought maybe you're back. Yeah. He has a little slippery controls. Yeah. That's I'm looking forward to that one though. So that's about all you missed, Poe. We talked about it looks like Princess Liddy hopefully is coming soon for the sprint.
Oh man, nice.
I got to turn that TV off that's behind the screen. The screensaver just went on. It's a Roku TV, so the whole thing is moving. I feel like I'm spinning. It's the whole wall in front of me is now moving.
I want Time Pilot and I want Intellivision ROMs.
Yeah. Time Pilot's one of my favorite of all time arcade games. I love Time Pilot. Whenever I would build multi-cade arcade cabinets, it was always Donkey Kong, Robotron, and Time Pilot were the first three. If I didn't have two joysticks, then I would obviously not put Robotron on, but it was always Donkey Kong and Time Pilot.
Nice.
Jesus. I'll put that on screen so it's easier for you to read, Poe. That's pretty harsh. Hey, where's Polo tonight? Didn't see Polo in the chat. Didn't get to talk about what we're drinking. Big shocker here. Cherry Coke Zero. It's Sunday night. That's what I drink.
I didn't bring my coffee. I just got the Gatorade.
Just the Gatorade. Yeah, it's too hot out here for coffee. Oh, like you could just fuck off with that. Yeah. I don't know. We have pretty crazy weather, and everybody's. It's funny. I've lived in a lot of states. I've lived all over the place, and everybody's the same. They all say those same things. You don't like the weather? Just wait 5 minutes. All those cliche things that people say, no matter where you live. Oh, yep, that's Texas weather. Yep, that's Colorado weather. Yep, that's Arkansas weather. But man, it is crazy down here where we're at. But the temperature swings are crazy.
Yeah.
We'll go months without getting a drop of rain, and then all of a sudden we get flooded. It's like, how about a little? How about a nice drizzle for a couple hours, and then hey, Sarah popped in to say hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for popping in. It's always good to see you. Yeah, besides the whole 50-degree plus swings in one day that we have.
I'm just looking at the chat there, what Mike says, and then Sarah pops in right after. It's just
I should take that off the screen. Sorry. But I don't know what's worse, having those chats up there or making our heads bigger. She'll be like, I don't know. I don't know what happens if we stay in that view. Oh, look, now we're all narrow. Oh, I feel like there's not enough room in here. Oh, everyone's saying hey to Sarah. Well, no, Mike's saying hey. Megan said hi. I see Sarah a lot in a lot of the channels that I frequent.
Yep.
She seems like she's there. So that's cool. That is cool. It's always nice to get familiar with the people that bounce around in all these channels.
Yeah, you end up, well, that's how we met too. So
right.
You end up meeting like-minded people. It's really cool. You end up making friendships over the miles.
Yeah. You meet some, yeah. You get to meet some good people. You know, I met you, Greg, Mike, the Gaming Road Warrior, Phil, and then sometimes you meet people like Mike's Gaming Gala, and you just deal with it. But you take the good with the bad. Yeah. Sorry, I just glanced, but I got you, Megan. No hay from Megan. It's all highs. Too close. Yeah, that. With the chat up and this screen. That's what is this one? Oh, it makes me even smaller. We got room. I can't even move. Just my head. Welcome to the show. Hit that like button, y'all. Yeah. That's what we should do. We should put it in this mode, get really close, and then just do the old Poe and the old Offgrid filters, and just scream at people for an hour.
Stream close up.
Yeah. But yes, please hit that like button, y'all. We would appreciate that. Because that always helps. I like doing these live shows there. I like doing live better than I like doing videos now. Because it's easier, for one, if your computer doesn't crash all the time. But I like interacting with people and being able to see the chat and stuff. So
yeah,
for a while, we'll see how it goes. But I plan on doing Tuesday night and Thursday night until something else happens. I don't know, but now this Tuesday, of course, we're going to go on the show, so I'm going to have to do 2-player Tuesday a little early. And Thursday night after I went live, I got off and Papa Pete was doing that bowling tournament. They started up the bowling tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, man, that would be fun. It's like, and he's like, he said something about, yeah, we still got 2 more spots if people want to join in and do the bowling. I'm like, do I want to change my Thursday night time also so I could jump on with Pete and the guys?
I always like watching that, so I'm glad they started it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. As soon as I saw that they do handicaps, I was like, oh, so I would have a chance. Because old Papa Pete, he's pretty good at that bowling.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Big shocker. I am not. There's a game out there I'm not great at. So, and I can't wait till tomorrow night, Casey's show, because he gave me a little hard time because I was at the bottom of the list.
Oh,
with that, what did we play? Demon Attack.
Demon Attack.
I was at the bottom of the list. First time I ever played the game, but that's okay. But this week it was Donkey Kong. Oh. And I don't think for a second that I was near the top of the list, but I wasn't at the bottom either, because there was at least one name I saw on that list below me. No spoilers.
That's the one that counts.
To the Intellivision Gamer show, so you can see the scores where mine is higher than his. That's all I'm saying. But it's funny because I am much better at Donkey Kong in the arcade than I am on that Intellivision one. And I played a couple of games and I just did horrendous. And then all of a sudden, it was like the third game I played. First guy, I died like right away. Then I lost a guy on the second screen, so it's still pretty early in the game. And then my third dude, I played like 70,000 points worth on one guy. It's like
nice.
So it was a crazy. I wish I would have recorded it because it was funny.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was absolute dog shit. I just died with 100 points. Okay, now I got something rolling. Oh wait, I died with whatever the bonus was. So I was at like 6,000 points. And then all of a sudden, 70,000. So that was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know what this face is by Mike. It's been a while since, I don't know what we were talking about that he made. Maybe that's when I said we made a lot of good people and then Mike's Gaming Gala. Maybe that was.
That's his O face.
That's his O face.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so that'll be interesting. So go check out Casey's show tomorrow to see all that stuff. But anything else going on that we want to talk about? Off topic, is anyone playing any current titles? Not this kid. I don't have anything to play, anything current on.
Yeah, my most current thing was Indiana Jones when it was current on the PS5, and now it's not so much anymore. So that was last year. I stopped around the time my son came home on leave for a month, and then I never got back to it. I was afraid that was going to happen. That was the one game I really wanted to just sit down and go straight through. Yeah.
I think probably other than I guess in VR, that would be the most current stuff that I ever play is on the Quest. And that's 90% walkabout at this point. But as far as I'm trying to think, well, I guess Switch, we do have a Switch, and I've played, over the last couple years, but nothing current. Over the last couple years, I've played fairly new games on the Switch.
Yeah, at one point we played some Ninja Turtles together.
Yeah. But the last time, and even that, we bought the Switch after it had been out for quite a while when Kelly got her Switch. The last time I had a current generation console, when it was, was the original Xbox. I had an original Xbox, which I got for the kids more than anything. That was the last console that I had that was bought when it was current. Everything else after that was all later when they came out. But yeah. And I saw there was a new zombie type horror game Beardo Benjo was talking about for VR, but I didn't get to watch it yet. So I don't know if it's because he does PC VR also. So it might be PC. And yeah, that was a great system. The original Xbox. That's the one that almost got me in some serious trouble because I think I told you the story, Poe, where I hard modded it. I got the mod chip and I opened it up and I soldered it all in, and then I went to turn it on and nothing happened. And my ex-wife about snapped her neck. What do you mean it won't turn on? It was just two of the little solder joints were too, it bridged. I cleaned up the soldering and fired right up. Not that I condone modding your consoles, but yeah, I think we had that. We got it for the kids for Christmas, and I think I put that mod chip in it in January, and so like, whoops, yeah.
Yeah, I did the opposite. When I got my kids a Wii, I soft modded it like the month before Christmas, and put all the emulators on there, and then wrapped it back up and gave it to them for Christmas so that everything was there.
Nice. Phil's mom's box. Played a lot of Halo and Fable. Love Fable. Yeah. Fable was pretty popular, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had soft modded a Wii and put an external hard drive and all that. And it's Phil, Kelly's oldest. He's the second in our group of kids. Kelly's oldest son. He came over one day and he had borrowed a friend's Wii game. I can't remember what it was at this point. And he's like, yeah, you should check this out. And he goes, he said something about, wanted to know if I wanted to borrow it for a while. He talked to his friend. I popped it in the Wii and I just went, well, hang on. Boop, boop. I'm like, he copied it to the hard drive. I'm like, no need to borrow it. And he's like, what? Again, not that I condone bootlegging stuff, but yeah. Letter Bomb mod was the best, says Mike, to which Megan responds, yes, Mike, the Letter Bomb. Thank you. Yeah, I never played Fable, but I got it for the kids mostly, so they played games I really didn't play back then.
Yeah, when I got that Xbox, my daughter was a toddler. My wife got it for me for my birthday. And at the time, I was living in a different town here, and we had a house there. My brother was renting a house a few blocks away, and he was single, and he had the Xbox first. So I would just walk a couple blocks up the street and borrow all his games, take them back down to my place.
Yeah. When we got that Xbox, that's also the time that I built my first main machine, which led to my second main machine, which led to my third main machine, which led to getting two actual physical pinball tables, which led to getting 2 slot machines. And so I had a full arcade going on at that house with, stand-up machines and all that stuff. And the kids would play. And I also had way back in the day, then no Wi-Fi, no such critter. But we had 4 computers in the house, two in my office and 1 in each of the kids' room. And I used coax cable networking, and I pulled cable so we could play full 4-player games on computers when people weren't doing that. Nobody was doing multiplayer PC games without, you could do it online easier than you could do it locally. And the kids would come over to play, the neighbor kids would come over, and 2 people would jump on my computer and my wife's computer, and the other 2 would go in the kids' room. And I had it set up so when they're in their own rooms, they had headsets so they could talk to each other, and you play like cool. 2v2 games, and which was awesome. Your teammates sitting right next to you, so you could talk and plan and all that. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. But so I didn't have a lot of time for console gaming back then because I was doing all this other stuff. And yeah, it was so funny. I was so early on in the networking computers at your home. I was also the first house in the whole Prescott, Arizona area, including the surrounding Prescott Valley and Chino Valley. I was the first home to have high-speed internet. Oh, and when they hooked up my house, the next day, the owner of the company called me, and he asked me to swing by their office. And I went over to their office, and I said, "What's up?" And he goes, "So when my installer was there, he said, you have 4 computers at your house?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Are they all able to use the internet through our service?" And I'm thinking, oh shit, he's going to want to charge me per computer. So this is before, people didn't network at that time. You had 1 computer, you hooked up to the internet. Right. And I'm like, yeah, I do have all 4. And he goes, "How?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "How do you do that? We don't know how to do that. We have customers that have asked us, and we don't know how to network so that you can access it." So I had to teach the internet provider how to have multiple computers use the same internet connection. That's how rare, networked computers were back then. So it was crazy times. If you guys knew what I did with the Dreamcast, I bought a lot of CDRs back then, movies and games. Oh yeah. But I will say, for all the stuff, I've been out on the bay more than once, and I've done my share of stuff. But I did have a code even back then. I would go to the movie rental store, and I would rent some movies, and I would make a copy of it or whatever so I could watch it at my leisure. And if I liked the movie enough that I would have bought it, I went and bought it. So it was like, if I didn't like the movie, it's like, whatever, I wouldn't have bought it anyway. And I was kind of the same way with gaming. If I downloaded the game and I liked it, I would just buy it, but that's when you're paying a lot of money especially with the Sprint and the homebrew scene when you're getting ROMs. When you're talking $5-10 for a game, it's like, just buy the stuff. Don't bootleg that stuff. It's not breaking the bank to buy these games. And I kind of think that, they have these discussions about, do we even sell our ROMs? Because people are just going to bootleg them. And it's like, yeah, people are. Yep. There are people that are going to bootleg them. But I'd say, just pulling numbers out of my ass, 90% of those people that bootleg them weren't going to buy them in the first place. Right. So it's not really lost revenue. And if they stop putting out the ROMs and only went to physical, they're going to lose people like me that, I'll buy your games for $15, but I'm not going to spend $60, especially for an Intellivision, because I have no way to play it. So, And I think a lot of the guys are saying that, and I'm glad to see a lot of the people on Atari Age and stuff are still saying, you know, I saw a thread just today. I was looking at it, and someone says, "Hey, where can I download ROMs for the Sprint and all that?" And everybody's like, "Well, there are places where you can find free ROMs. That's where you can get those, but don't be just looking for free ROMs of stuff that's pay. You buy that, you know, buy that stuff." Yeah, Mike says 99% of bootleggers would never have bought it. Yeah, I think that's accurate. The people that steal the stuff, especially when you get down to the ROM prices, you know, when you're talking $10 to $15 or less, if they're stealing it, they weren't going to buy it. You know, they're just stealing it because they're whatever. Let's see, Megan has a Steam library that has about 500 plus games. You have to buy those so you're safe. Yeah, my Steam library, I think, only has about 15 games. I just, the ones I like, I really like, and I don't spend a lot of money on games if I don't, you know if they have a demo and I can play it, that's cool. But yeah, so I don't know. But now I don't have the room for, you know, big collection. I gave away over 1,000 DVDs when we downsized because I just don't have the room for them. Right. And now I got my big shelf behind the couch where I got all my Atari games going on up there because I can't play ROMs. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a lot of games, 500 plus games. How do you decide what to play? Because I don't know how many I have on the, you know, like you, Poe. When I got the iArcade, I'm like, I'm only going to put the games I like. 300 games later, I
always do that kind of thing, and it's kind of like, I don't know why. I'm thinking like down the road, maybe long after I'm gone, and my son wants these. It's like he's not going to have to go searching for games. You know, if he's going to keep these things, you pull out the handheld or the Nintendo with the EverDrive in it, and all the games are there. You don't got to go digging and trying to find everything.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Mike stumbled across my old geocaching channel this week. Yeah. That was a lot of fun times in that. If you like watching travel video stuff where multiple locations, that's an interesting little part of me and Kelly, our life, where we did a lot of different places. I tell people because and a lot of it's because of geocaching, but when I met Kelly, she had only been east of the Mississippi River once, and that was accidentally. They had gotten in the wrong lane and crossed the bridge in St. Louis and came back across. Now Kelly has 4 states east of the Mississippi that she has not visited.
Nice.
So we traveled a shit ton, and it's funny because a lot of those videos we would travel a lot in the wintertime because that's when the park was closed up in Colorado, and we were visiting places and getting geocaches when it's just cold and nasty and snowy, and you're running out there and trying to sign the little logbook while you're shivering. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah. And I also have, what was the other channel? Oh, I had the homesteading channel too when we first started going with Offgrid stuff. So I have 3 channels, but
nice.
This one far exceeded the other ones. I think the geocaching channel got to like 115 subs. And I thought that was great.
Right.
So let's see. Megan owns every Transformers game.
Oh, nice.
Says MeganTron. We'd have never guessed. Play those, and then Elden Ring and Hogwarts Legacy, and then Splitgate, which is free to play. Also, the remake of Wonder Boy 3. That's what Mike's mom calls me. The Dragon Strap. That's what I call her. Mike says there are only 2 states that I haven't been to. I've got the vast majority of America's. eat. That is true. I have 6 that I have not been to, and Alaska and Hawaii are 2 of them. So those are not as easy to get. And one of them is clearly my parents' fault. So I take no responsibility for that. I lived in South Dakota for 2 years. I was too young to drive, and I've never been to North Dakota. So that's on my parents. We never took a drive up to North Dakota. And then what are the rest ones? Yeah, Alaska, Hawaii, North Dakota. Oh, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been up there. The rest of the New England states down I have, but not New Hampshire, Vermont, or Maine. I haven't been there. We were all set. Kelly and I were when we were doing the traveling, living full-time RV, there was a water park up in New York State, up around Buffalo, and they had a deal where if you brought your own RV, they charge, I think it was $150 a month for your utilities, but you got water, electric, sewer, and the spot to park, and then you pay $150 a month for your spot, and then you got paid for working there. And we were
Nice.
like, oh, that'd be an awesome summer gig. Go up there and work, live right there, and then travel all over New England while you're up there.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Rhode Island. I've been to Rhode Island. Kelly hasn't been to Rhode Island. She has the same 3 up there, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, and Rhode Island, that she hasn't been to. But I went to Rhode Island before I knew Kelly. So my parents like to travel, so I saw a lot of states when I was young, Kelly had mostly been on the West. Hail Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. Here's Polo.
Polo.
We were talking about you earlier because I said I'm drinking my Coke Zero cherry, and you hadn't asked about it yet. Did you do any fun weekend stuff? I worked. Poe worked, except Poe worked harder than I worked and colder than I worked. Other than that, it was the exact same.
It's been a crazy month. You can see I'm out of it. I'm tired all the time now. That's not feeling good on top of it. So, yeah, it's just, and I just looked today, actually went to my own channel, which I barely ever do, to see when my last upload was. And I think it's going to be a month here in a couple of days since I last uploaded anything aside from hanging out. So,
right. Yeah, it has been it's been a while since we saw a Poe video. Mr. Poestyle.
Well, originally we were going to be off yesterday, Saturday, and but we knew the snow was coming. That was going to get ruined. A lot of people called off Monday, so they had to add Saturday. And then most of those people were off, but my group, we had to come in to get stuff ready for the guys for this week. We were behind on stuff, so they put Sunday on for us. Now, right now, as we speak, we're scheduled until Friday, which you would hope would mean at least Saturday off, maybe next Sunday when that schedule comes up. So if that happens, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to sleep because I average like 4 hours of sleep a night. Even if I go to bed earlier, I got this little watch here and it tracks my sleeping. And there's nights that I'm like laying there. I'm like, am I sleeping or am I not sleeping? You don't even know anymore. You're so tired. And my watch tells me in the morning, it said you laid down for 5 hours and so many minutes, but your actual sleep was 4 hours and 20 minutes. And, that starts to really build up and just mess with you after a while.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been fun.
Mike said, follow up. Did you guys do any fun weekend butt stuff? I was going to say he must be he's got to refer that question to Kelly, but I don't want to bring up the strap on again. It's bad memories for me. It was a rough week.
It wasn't, I wouldn't say fun. I might have wiped one too many times.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Had a beanie or something.
Polo says 20 degrees all week except for Thursday. Weather sucks ass here.
Yeah, well, right now it's sucking ass in a lot of places, so at least you're not alone.
Yeah.
You'll never walk alone.
I'll hide the fact that I'm just wearing a t-shirt. It is down to 65 in here though. It's getting chilly. And my outdoor sensor, so Kelly, I have to put out I don't know what the outside temperature is here right now, but it's 65 inside here. So
I've got 32 now, so we're warming up.
Woo! Yeah, you'll be losing that jacket soon.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
Yeah.
Mike was talking last week about turn on your fart light, so I had to look up that video again. I had to have old Poe singing your fart light.
Yeah. Is Megan doing a follow-up here to the weekend fun butt stuff with her channel got plugged? That's about it. That is hilarious. Let's see. Watching Papa Brad play the new Fallen Aces 4-pack, but they look pretty boring. The new EM tables and deluxe locomotive are decent, though. Oh, see, he didn't tell me about that. Mark, when he contacted me, he told me about the Fallen Aces 4-pack, but he didn't tell me about the new EM tables or the deluxe locomotive. And Megan confirms she is doing a follow-up to the... Yes, that's what we like to see. And Kelly says it is 49 outside.
49? Oh, never mind. It's not 69. So.
Yeah, so it's getting a little chillier outside. I did bring my jacket in here just in case I need to switch to
I always got mine on. My jackets are always the same. When I go to get a new one, this becomes the old work jacket. Well, my old work jacket right now, the seams and the shoulders are split because I'll wear it some days to work in, putting down brick and everything. And everybody has to tell me when I'm in the locker room getting ready to punch out, you got a hole in your jacket. I say, you know what? No shit. I got 2 holes right there in the seam. I know they're there. Well, thank you for worrying about me. It's not my good jacket. I'm not wearing it on a dinner date or anything. It's here for work. I wouldn't wear anything new or nice to a steel mill.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a good idea. Yeah. Now I was joking with Poe going back to the Zachariah tables that came out, and I said, yeah, I might on tonight's show I might call out Zachariah, but I wasn't really going to say anything, but I guess I will because what do I care? Yeah, I actually got contacted by Zachariah, and they kind of worded it in a way of, hey, do you want to make a video for these tables for us? And I was like, yeah, I can, but I didn't even buy them yet. And he didn't offer me a code to give me the games for free. So I wasn't really in a rush to download it. It's like, you're going to ask me to make a video, but not offer me the tape. I don't know.
You should offer them. I mean, you've done enough advertising for them, but maybe you're too truthful.
Maybe.
You got to watch. Yeah, it's very, very, if somebody wants to send you stuff and then you say this game sucks, then they might not want to send you something again.
Right.
I don't think I remember you ever saying this totally sucks because you enjoy pinball, the different modes that they give you and stuff. But I could never, I don't say never, but I mean, if somebody tried to offer me something to play, you tell the truth or else people are going to say this guy's a freaking sellout,
Right. Yeah. But let's see. Nope. Phil's back. Mike's mom took longer than normal. Megan got what number were you thinking of? 49, dude.
Right? Exactly.
That doesn't quite work. Polo's jumping in on the mom jokes. Let's see. Once it gets started, geez. I agree with Polo. Wait, do you agree with Polo about Bliss should have tipped Mike's mom a shiny nickel, or do you agree with that they should have gave me the tables? Yeah, and normally, and I don't want to sound like a dick being like, hey, yeah, I'm big time. You should give me free stuff. But I see that they do give the tables to people, and by the time they're messaging me directly and asking me to make the video, could have been a nice gesture, but okay, his headphones are unplugged. Quick, everyone, talk shit about Poe. Poe's battery is dying. This is the segment where Poe plugs his phone in. We have now reached the 1 hour and 30-minute mark.
Yeah, and with it being colder here, I think that has a lot to do with it too. It's I didn't get it to 100% before we started. I got to be truthful about that too. I looked at the time. I'm like, oh crap, I got to charge my phone. So I think I got it to about 91% before we started the show this week.
Yeah. I was shocked yesterday when my phone died during Mike's show, because his show is on at 1 o'clock my time in the afternoon, so it's not like it's late in the evening in my phone. But Kelly forgot her phone yesterday, so she was using my phone, and the Pornhub just eats the battery. Whenever Kelly uses my phone it's always bad. It's just no, she had her phone, and Mike knows it because she was in his chat too. But that's kind of a throwback old joke. When we had before we had Starlink, we tried that HughesNet satellite internet.
Oh yeah.
They only give you so much, so many gigabytes of data before they throttle you. And people be like, well, how long does it take before you get throttled? And I'd say, oh, with Kelly's porn habit, 1 day. That's all. But sadly enough, just in reality, it was about 2 days before we got throttled, because we were everything. We didn't, we were living in our motorhome, so we didn't have cable. So everything we watched was streaming. So usually by the second, maybe the third day, we were into the penalty zone, and it was just shit service. So yeah. I'm reading through the comments, people saying, if they're asking, and that's what I thought. It just was strange that they worded it the way he did. Do you want to make a video? He said for us, actually. Do you want to make a video for us? And then I didn't say, send me the tables for free and I'll do it. But I did mention, well, I'm in town right now. I would have to go home and purchase the tables before I can. And he just said, cool. So it's like, well, I said, all right, I'm not going to rush and make a video, but whatever. I mean, it would be, I don't have to worry about people thinking they paid me off, but I wouldn't. I'm like, Mike says the same thing. Mike's Gaming Gala here. He's the same way. People send him a game. They better be prepared for his honest response, because none of us like the shills. You don't want to, that's how you lose viewers, if they think that you're just kissing the ass of the people because they bought you. So, yeah. So anyway, see, sometimes Kelly doesn't know when I'm going to throw her under the bus with a random false story about her. So, oh, yeah. All I got to say is, for that month or so when Pornhub was not available in Texas, you did not want to be around Kelly. She was just in a bad mood. Yeah. But it's all good. It's all good. They probably looked at my purchase history, Zachary at Pinball, and said, well, he buys everything we put out anyway, so just give him a minute. He's going to buy it. It's not. Yeah. Poor Kelly. Yeah. Poor Kelly. You're not the one that has to not be able to watch educational programming because there's constantly porn on our TV. So I'm the one suffering here. Don't make me remind you about the strap-on. She got me all excited. This year's anniversary, we're doing the butt sex. Yeah, and she orders another. Oh, but anyway, so what time are we at here? We are at 8:30 your time, 8:35.
Yes.
Says my big fancy Temu pinball slot. $5 for that bad boy. If Zachariah Pinball knew I had this, they would have sent me those tables.
That's right. And that light that I got you too.
Right.
Impressed the hell out of them.
That's right here. But if I turn it on, it gets so bright, it just washes out the camera. Right. But that is, let me turn it on because that's exciting. This is exciting TV. We'll turn on thing. How do I turn it on? There it goes. Look at there. Look at how exciting it is when it's on.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if I cover it with a thin rag. Does that help?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's fun. Now I'm talking loud and the dogs outside can hear me and he's all whining because he's a little bitch.
I have that Atari light that Derek got me. I do love it, but now that I use the green screen all the time, I haven't had it up behind me. It's across the way.
That's as dim as it goes. So
that's okay though. It's supposed to be cool atmosphere for you when you're playing your games and stuff out there. So.
Right. Yeah, it's like those toppers,
Yeah, those are cool too.
They look awesome, but the camera just makes it look like a blob. Yeah, let's see. Sanitize the phone. Yeah. See, Mike's mom offered a BOGO. Wow. Nice. You could use the Mr. Clean Magic. See, that's what I scrolled up to find out. What's he talking about, the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser? I guess he's talking about the phone after you're watching too much porn up. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. How many solar panels do you have on top of your house and watts they're rating? See what I did there. Poe, how many solar panels do you have on top of your house?
I have 0 at my house. So the power goes out, I'm screwed. That happened a few years ago, and like February, like no power, and it was cold as hell for like a week.
I am the same. I have 0 solar panels on top of my house because I have them out behind the house on stands. I have a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 24 250 watt panels. So I have 6,000 watts. Wait. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 3, 6,000 watts that are currently hooked to the house. And then I have 4 220 watt panels, so 880 watts. I don't have them in with the strings of the others because I don't want to mess with the voltage and stuff. Those go directly to our solar powered water heater for taking showers and stuff. And then I have another 1,000 watts of solar panels that are still in a pile that I've never hooked into my array. So I have 1,000 watts there that I'm not using. And then I have
gigawatts. Sorry.
Yeah, 1.21 gigawatts, which is fine. They do great for us. I did have an issue last weekend when it got all cold and snowy and stuff where I had to run my generator because it was just so cloudy, like to the ground cloudy. It was fog all the way up and all that stuff, and then the snow and all that. So I did have to run my generator, but usually I don't have to. Good evening, all, says Jabba.
Hey, Jabba.
Good to see you. He's from over there across the pond. It's always good to see you. Wee hours of the morning there for you.
Yeah.
Peanut butter Jabba time.
With a baseball bat. All right, Polo? Am I right?
Oh, 1.275 gigawatts. Let's see. I don't know why I said on top of the house, but watts was the joke anyway. Yeah, when we were in the motorhome, I had some mounted on top of the motorhome, but when we were in Colorado, I tend to keep that stuff on the ground because of you get snow, you can go clean it off. Same with, when I had Dish Network and stuff, people always put them up on the roof at the top of the peak and stuff like that. And then it gets covered in snow and you don't have TV. I always put them on, so I could go out and broom them off.
Yeah, mine is kind of like DirecTV had it for years and years, but I first got it when I was in North Dakota. And we weren't allowed to install them right on base housing, like on the house at all. So it was in the flower garden, which made it easy when it snowed up there. But when you're here in Pennsylvania and you call to get DirecTV, they just automatically put it on your roof. Mine's kind of awkward if it gets too covered in snow. And I haven't had to do this in years, really. But I would have to reach out the bathroom window with a broom and then kind of turn it back and try to brush the thing off.
Now, Megan had 3,000 usable watts when she was living in her van, which Bliss says she was in her van by the river. And and she said,
I am thrice divorced. I am a motivational speaker.
3,000 usable watts. That's pretty good. Yeah. Our biggest thing, Megan, was not as much about the amount of solar. We have 6,000 watts. Like I said, it's when I switched over to lithium, game changer, going from deep cycle batteries to lithium batteries, just incredible. I was talking to a guy today at work. He was asking me about the solar system and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, when we had those 3 days of no sun and Kelly and I were at the hotel all weekend, we just slept at the hotel and everything. So my system was getting used. I wasn't able to use generator assist. I got the batteries down to 38%. And if I was using deep cycle batteries, just ruined them. You can't cycle them that low without ruining your batteries. The lithiums are just like, bring it, bitch. I don't care. And the first day back, we had mostly sunny day and we got back to 100% battery that day. So Retro Gamer 1977 is here. Good to see you.
Hey, how's it going?
Poe, what did you do in the service? I heard you were Air Force.
Yes, I was stationed in Minot, North Dakota. I worked on air launch cruise missiles and advanced cruise missiles. So we did any kind of preventative maintenance. We simulated, it was flight tests on the things, replace components, things like that, and other stuff that to this day we're probably still not allowed to talk about. At least that's what they told us back then. That's
right.
What they told us back then. They said, one day you might be an old man on a bar stool and someone might be listening, so you better not say anything.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing. When I was in the Navy, I tracked submarines. And then when Jason went in the Navy, he was on submarines, but we can't talk to each other about anything.
My dad's biggest thing always was, you were in the Air Force. Tell me now, where are the aliens? Where are they? And It's like, I didn't see any aliens, Dad. Well, you probably wouldn't tell me if you did. Like, maybe not.
Hey, Famous Crispy is here. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it's funny. I actually had some customers today, and I was in VP45 station in Jacksonville, and these customers, they were stopping by here. They're on a PCS move to Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Navy. And I said, "Oh, where are you going?" I said, "I was in VP45." And she said, "Oh, I'm going, I got assigned to VP5, which is another one of the squadrons there in Jacksonville that some of my friends were in." You know, you go through A school with these guys, and then you know, your tech schools or whatever, and then you get separated out. And some of my buddies from the tech school ended up in different squadrons in Jacksonville. So, but that's where she's going. And of course, they've retired the P3 that I flew in, and now they fly P8s. So I told her, I don't know if she got, you know, the idea that I'm just joking with her, because I just met her as I'm checking her out of the hotel. And I'm like, "Oh, good to know. Next time I'm in Jacksonville, because my brother lives in Jacksonville, I'm going to call you up so you can get me a tour on one of those P8s. I'd love to see them." And she's just kind of like, it's like, "I'm not really calling you. I don't know your phone number. I'm not going to call you." But yeah. Let's see. Holy Snikes.
Snikes. Yeah.
Retro Gamer, he was an Air Force brat.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Did you ask her if she wants to go on the highway to your danger zone? Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for Mike's Gaming Gala to put up the Hershey Highway to the gaming zone or something. I don't know. But all right. Well, this has been fun and interesting.
Just wait till I get some sleep. Then it's just going to be a crazy show when I finally get some sleep.
Right. Have they warned you in advance? What's next weekend supposed to look like?
I don't, right now they're telling us it's, well, for everybody else, it's Monday through Friday. For us, it's Sunday through Friday. They always need at least 2 people from my shop there on Sunday. And usually there's a volunteer, because I'm not volunteering to drive an hour when I can have some sleep, But if there isn't a volunteer, then sometimes they just get mad and schedule all of us. But they usually need at least 2 people there on a Sunday to do some fixing of things. And that's the crew leader, which he takes all the overtime he can. He's padding the retirement. He's going to be out of there in the next 4 or 5 years. So the way it works there is if they take your best 3 years to average out what you're going to get in your pension. So those guys, so usually what guys do is towards the end, they work like crazy, as much overtime as they can.
Yeah.
But I'm at 21 years at this place, got at least another 9 years, and I'm worse health than I was before. So I don't know what I'm going to get for my best 3 years. Probably from back when I was younger would be my best 3 years at the place.
Yeah. Let's see. Retro Gamer says he was at Loring, Lodges, and Scott Air Force Base.
Oh, cool.
Poe, I think I've been to more of those Air Force bases than you have.
Yeah, I didn't get to move around much. There were 3 possible bases for my career, and I picked where I did because the base housing was readily available right now, and I was a newlywed, so I wanted to get my wife up there. We didn't want to have to get an apartment off base, and one of my choices was Barksdale, Louisiana. We talked about that before. Too hot and humid for me. So the other was Washington State and North Dakota. I picked North Dakota for the base housing. But we like to fish, me and the wife. So we did a lot of that when it wasn't negative 100 degrees there. We would fish. So
right. Yeah, I was in Lodges. That's only those 3. When were you in Lodges, Retro Gamer? I'm curious. It's funny. I was in Lodges in winter of 99 early 91, December, January 90 going into 91. And one of Jason's best friends in high school up in Arkansas, his dad was Air Force, and he was stationed at the Lodges Air Force Base the same time I was there. Of course, we didn't know each other, but it was just one of those crazy things. You know, I mentioned I was in Lodges, and he was like, when? Because he was stationed there from like 89 to 92. And I'm like, oh, I was in the end of 90 going into 91. And he's like, oh, gee, yeah, I was there. 87 to 89. Yeah. So yeah, you were there when Shane's dad was there. But I flew on P3s. And so I'm sure if you ever got down there, and I don't know how familiar you were with the Navy aircraft that would go to Lodges, but the big 4-engine propeller, you know, turboprop with the bee stinger sticking out the back. That's what I flew on. So if you ever saw them flying around Lodges, that's what I was on. And I was there. The deployment started mid 1990 and went till February of 92 or 91. And I was in Lodges during that deployment, not the whole time, but let's see. Megan said, I worked at a company third shift and had that schedule. We had months with no days off. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, it gets tough, you know, but with the kids being grown and out of here pretty much, so at least I don't have things like that to run to anymore, like my daughter's basketball games and things like that. But at the same time, so I come home and spend time with my wife, and then it's bedtime, eat dinner, you know, and 10-hour shifts, at least 5 days a week. Yeah, it gets to you after a while. And this YouTube it's my hobby because gaming's my hobby. So I love doing that. So when I don't get to do it, it gets frustrating for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, a retro gamer said here, off base stinks. I do have a story about off base and Lodges. When we got there, the first day we were there, we went out into town, and we were one of those rare air crews that, you know, it's a 12-man crew, 5 officers and 7 enlisted. And we did things as a crew away from work. So the officers and enlisted, we would hang out. So all 12 of us went out in town and we went to this restaurant. It was a very popular restaurant. And he might know better than I do. Little mom and pop type of place. And they had an upstairs loft where they had some tables up there. And when we got to the restaurant, right up the street from that, the commanding officer of the Lodge's detachment, his car was parked there. And the curbs along the sidewalk there were almost a foot tall. And we grabbed the ass end of his car and picked it up, turned it sideways, and we actually put the 2 passenger side tires up on the curb. So his car was sitting like this. And then we went to the restaurant. And we're sitting up there eating, drinking wine and all this. And all of a sudden we hear someone walking up the stairs. And we see these fingers go on the edge of the railing. And this little bald head pokes up. And he goes, "Crew 2, fix my car." And then he came up and he sat down and drank some wine with us. And he was like, yeah, he came down the street and he said there was this huge group of locals just standing around looking at something. As he got closer, he's like, that's kind of close to where I parked. And he looked and he saw his car sitting on the curb like that. And he goes, "Crew 2 arrived today. Those sons." But so then we went down and fixed his car. Yeah. So we were kind of famous in our squadron for being kind of rowdy. So he knew as soon as he saw it. So that was good times. Bliss is doing a review for Casey's Gold.
Oh, nice.
Interviewing Dan Kitchen about the game for the review tomorrow.
Oh, wow. That's a cool.
That is
cool
awesome.
I don't know if I ever did do a video for Casey's Gold. And I've had that game for over a year, something like that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that review because I've heard good things about that game. That might be my next purchase.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should have got you that one for Christmas.
Yeah, let's see. Was the restaurant at Porto? it's been a long time. I don't remember exactly where it was. All I remember was kind of the layout of the thing, and that we went upstairs in the loft area to eat. But in the story, of course, with the skipper of the detachment. Yeah, but we didn't care who you were. We were gonna mess with people. Yeah, I went in one time and said, asked the guy that was in the duty office that day. I said, "Hey, can you come out and take it? We want to take a crew picture. Can you take it for us?" And he's like, "Sure, whatever." He expected us to be like all standing as a group in front of one of the planes or something. Now, there was a I-beam at a 45-degree angle that went like 30 feet up in the air against the wall, and we were all lined up hanging onto that thing. Jay, my buddy Jay, he was at the top of that thing. I was down at the bottom. That's why I went in and got someone to. But yeah, we were that type of crew. We all hung out, officers enlisted, just had a great time. Yeah, these guys interrupting my Navy stories with retro gaming. Well, I don't know what's this kind of channel you think you're on. Dan is awesome. It'll be the second time we've done a video with him. That's awesome. That is awesome.
That is.
So, when is this review happening? For the review tomorrow, are you just interviewing him tomorrow for when the review goes up, or is that when it's going up? What time should people tune in? Is I guess what I'm getting at, because I'm looking forward to it. Poe will be at work.
Yeah, Dan seems like a really cool guy. Sometimes you say stuff on Facebook groups, and all of a sudden you'll see Dan Kitchen liked what you said, and it's like, wow. Wow. Our childhood heroes, even though we didn't know who they were when we were kids, we just loved the games.
Right. Hoping to post it on Thursday. All right. I am looking forward to that. All right. Well, what?
Sub and see. Oh, no.
Yeah. Click that bell, then you'll get notified. Yeah. When is the tune-in time? Thursday. That's all you need to know. Look for it on Thursday. Or like I just said, go on to
Bliss is if it's not a Bliss live, usually it's usually earlier afternoon, it seems like. I think it was 3 o'clock. I'm just guessing here.
Right.
I see notifications come up on my phone while I'm working, and I'm not supposed to be looking at my phone.
Yeah. Mike agrees. Dan is awesome. He got to talk to him at the PRGE. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, what do you think, Poe? Should we call it? Are you getting ready for bed?
Yeah, I'm
9
ready.
o'clock.
Well, yeah, that alarm will be going off, and I will be cussing and cussing and cussing. It'll be in 5 seconds. That's the way it feels.
Yeah.
The very worst thing is when you get up and you have to go to the bathroom like 10 minutes before the alarm's going to go off. Man,
yeah.
I just wear diapers anymore.
Yeah. I actually woke up at, what time was it? About 3:30, 3:20, 3:30 this morning. Had to pee. Alarm goes off at 4, and I was out cold when that alarm went off. I'm like,
yeah.
So, like, yeah. Kelly got up. She comes out, and she's like, man, I was sleeping good. And I'm like still zonked because I'm like, yeah, because normally I'll wake up whatever time I set my alarm. I'm waking up 10, 15 minutes before. And but man, I was out.
Yeah.
Then it really
That's
sucked.
Bad. And this morning for me was like, I set 2 alarms on my phone, and they're 15 minutes apart. So the first one went off. And the really bad part is I wear this watch to bed to track my sleeping and all that stuff. You can turn off the alarm on your phone from your watch. So I don't even have to move. I can be laying there and I hear it and I hit the off. and the other one will go off 15 minutes later. Well, usually I'm good. I get up right around the time the first alarm goes off. Sometimes the second if I'm like, I need 15 more minutes. Today, I fell asleep after both and actually started dreaming after both. And then I opened my eyes and I'm like, holy crap, I got to go. No idea what the roads are going to be like, if it snowed or if it was, what's going on. Just I'm racing, but I'm not going to leave the house without my coffee. I got to make sure. I've done that before, and that just makes for a miserable day. So,
yeah. Retro Gamer has a question. See a Robotron marquee in the background. I'm guessing you're talking this one. Yeah, I got all these tin plates. Mike Gaming Road Warrior got me that Robotron, and then I got these other ones. Thought that would be it. This is a home built pinball, so I thought that'd be a cool way to put designs on it without having to get out a paintbrush. Do I have an actual cabinet? I do not have an actual, cabinet from like an arcade, but I have the iArcade there that has a lot of stuff on it. Next to that, I have the Mortal Kombat 2 arcade 1-up. Next to that, I have the Star Wars arcade 1-up. And then on the other side over here, I have the Simpsons 4-player. And then I have that soft modded so you can play Ninja Turtles also. Those are what I have, but none actual physical arcade cabinets. But yeah,
we both have Robotron MAME on our iArcade cabinets. Great game. Great game.
And I used to have, before I got the iArcade, I had a dedicated main machine that I made with the twin sticks that had the Robotron artwork and stuff like that on it. But I just didn't have room for it. And then I had it was an actual arcade cabinet that I got. I don't remember what the game was, but it was empty. It was gutted, just the wood, and it was trashed. I sanded it down, painted it in Donkey Kong colors, got the actual vinyl side art for that, and made it into a main Donkey Kong cabinet. And I left that up in Colorado because when I left Colorado, I didn't have room for it. My buddy Rob that lives up in Colorado, he was supposed to go over and get it and take it and have it in his garage. I said, you can have it, just take it to your house. And he never went and picked it up. So, yeah, I live in a garden shed, have a bigger arcade than I do. It's not quite a garden shed, but it is a tough shed. It's a 10 by 24 shed, and then I added on an 8 by 8 bedroom off the end of it. So that is my house. Shelby bought a new tough shed, and it's like a 12 by 40, so it's way bigger than our house. So, all right, we're at the 2-hour mark now, which means it's after 9 o'clock post time because we were late getting started. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll call it here, and thanks for watching, everybody.
Definitely.
Again, of course, tomorrow night, Casey's going live. Link in the description below. Tuesday night, Poe and I will be on with Mike and Phil and a couple other people. Brian's going to be there, and the big guest, Glenn from Thunderstick Studios. We're going to talk about some of his products. Got him right there in that arcade we were just talking about. So that'll be Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yes.
So go check that out. Kelly and I'll be doing 2-player Tuesday. Probably, I'm thinking we'll go a little earlier. Maybe start at like 6 o'clock or 6:30. I don't know. You'll just have to figure it out before the show on Tuesday night. So I'll have to leave and then go over to their show, and then Mike again Saturday afternoon. He'll be doing some stuff. We don't know what because he didn't tell us yet. But and then watch for Phil's show. What else do I got to plug? Check out Megan's channel. She does a lot of neat little short videos, playing some really cool games. So go check out Megan's channel. Link in the description below also. And then we're back here on Sunday night hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. And I see Operation Shutdown is here.
Hey,
Thanks
Operation
for popping
Shutdown.
in. So I don't know how long you've been here, but if you've been here all show, thanks. If you just got here, have to watch replay because we're out of here. So just 3 minutes left, and that's all outro. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all next week. I guess that's it. Let me click on this outro button. I'm going to see how long Poe can wave.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. We hope to see you next week.
Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the retro game stories. You know what they did. From Atari to Zaxxon, every secret unwound. Best closing credits theme. The baddest around. Flippers are flapping, the high scores in sight. Talking on consoles, day in and day out, through the night. Every button pressed, every cartridge blown clean. Reliving the glory on a glowing screen. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the retro game stories. You know what they did. From Atari to Zaxxon, every secret unwound. Best closing credits theme. The baddest around. No cheat codes needed, just passion and fun. For every true gamer till the podcast is done.